hearing อืมสวัสดีครับอาจารย์ฮัลโหลครับผมครับผม
Hello and welcome to another Dhamma meeting where we will discuss the Buddhist practices of charity, morality, and meditation. Everyone is welcome to join. We'll go to our first participant, which is Nining. Hi, Nining from Indonesia.
Yes,
Your first,
Ajahn. Yeah, I'm surprised to be number one. Thank you, Ajahn, for all the teaching. I just want to say thank you because after consistently practicing and facing so many problems, I prove by myself that the practice of concentration is a must before practicing vipassana. Without having concentration, I believe I will be so nervous and have so many anxiety when facing so many problem, Ajahn.
that's right, that's good.
Yeah. In this current situation that I also use my concentration to learn how to treat my mom by learning worldly knowledge uh, and helping her to walk again. And I made it, Ajahn.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah, that's why my ability to get rid of all form of suffering increases.
That's very good.
Yeah, that's why I just want to thank you to Ajahn tonight. Thank you
You're
so much.
welcome.
Yeah, for the teaching.
Where's she now? Where's your mom? Sleeping?
She's sleep. I asked her, will you join? I think I'm very silly. Oh, good. That's good, mom. It's okay.
Okay, send my regard to her.
Yeah, thank you. She can walk now, and it's it's. I mean, I'm happy, but like Achan said, that not attached to happiness or suffering. So yeah,
Yes, you have to be realistic. You have to accept the truth.
yeah, Achan. Thank you so much, Achan.
Whatever the situation is, that's the way it is.
Yeah, accept all the truth.
Okay, good.
Yeah, thank you, Achan.
Next, Stephanie from Oregon. What's the name of the town you're living in? I haven't
Depot
asked you.
Bay.
People Bay?
Depot Bay is the smallest harbor in the world.
I see.
Yeah.
What's the size, population size?
It gets like there's a lot of tourists, so it can be up to like a lot of people, but there's only like 2,000 people that live here. Maybe just 1,100 like actual residents.
People
Yeah.
harbor.
Yeah,
Okay,
I like it.
good. How's your
I know.
practice?
Very good. Yes, my husband's out of town, and this was the first time I didn't cry. I've cried the last 10 years when he goes, and I didn't cry. So I think that shows that I'm really getting stronger, like, just
Yeah,
unruffled.
and
Yeah.
better understand the reality of life.
Yeah. Yeah. Getting so emotional doesn't
Mm,
help. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah. Well,
Anything
no,
else?
no questions. Thank you so much.
Yeah, just keep practicing mindfulness
That
and
is the key.
concentration by using the 3 hour challenge or what, how
Hmm.
many hour.
3 hour challenge. Yes, that's been very good for me. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it forces you to be more mindful because if you're not mindful, your emotion can take over and you'll
Hmm.
find it very difficult to remain in action.
Hmm. Yes.
Okay, good.
Thank you so much.
Stay calm, stay happy.
You too. I know you will.
Okay, good. Next, Coxswain from Singapore.
Good evening, Prajan. Yeah, Prajan, my wife and children, they have gone overseas for tour. So I'm alone at home now, and I do not need to do any cooking and no interactions with any of our family members. So may I just check, Prajan, so for the next the 8 days, so what would Prajan advise me in terms of practice?
I think you should keep the 8 precepts and live like a monk like me, living alone like me, and do nothing but meditation and mindfulness. Forget about YouTube, forget about social media. You can read Dhamma books or watch Dhamma program.
Okay. Um, Yeah, okay, for the eight precept, my only concern is the uh, no dinner. So my concern here is because I was previously underweight and I was so-called um, advised by the doctors to consume my dinner. So I've been taking dinner for uh, yeah, I mean more than a year back. So I'm a bit uh, and and I've been warned by the dietitian not to go back, not to do any fasting. Yeah, that is the only concern I have in terms of the precepts.
Well, you have to think this way. Whether you eat dinner or not eating dinner, you die anyway.
Yes.
But if you don't eat dinner, you can advance in your spiritual path. So what do you want? You want to remain in the same position on your spiritual path, or you want to move forward? You
Okay.
want to you die anyway, whether you eat or you don't eat dinner.
Okay. I see what Rajan is telling me. Otherwise, I will be just stuck in
Yeah,
where, yeah.
that's right, because you will have this excuse of your physical limitation. So you will never be able to keep the 8 precepts.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Rajan, I have another question, and that is regarding my late mother. So so may I just check, Rajan, before a dying person in his last moments, so what are the factors that will affect his next rebirth? So just want to, yeah,
Your
verify.
next your next rebirth depends on the accumulated good or bad karma that you have done while you're still alive. how you die in your how you die doesn't determine your future life. So you can die accidental death, a quick death, a slow death. This doesn't change. What matters are the good or bad karma that you have accumulated. If you have accumulated more good karma, then you go to a happy place. If you accumulated more bad karma, then you go to a unhappy place. So you should try to accumulate as much good karma as you can while you're still alive, and try to avoid accumulating any bad karma. So that when you die, you will have more good karma than bad karma. Then you will then go to a happy state.
Rajan, may I check you what about there is the so-called the belief that the last thoughts moment by chanting, for example, the Amitabha Buddha while chanting, and then the person will be reborn in the Amitabha Pure Land.
I think it's just a way of easing the mind. When you do some chanting, you're actually meditating. So you're not creating any unnecessary stress to harm the mind with. If you don't know how to chant or you don't have mindfulness, your defilement might create a lot of stress for the mind.
It's actually not like in the case of my mother. So what happened was that 2 days before she passed on, so I actually asked one of my Buddhist friend, who is a Buddhist nun. So she gathered some of her so-called her students, and then they chant the Amitabha Buddha. So of course, I mean, as a son, I wish that my mother will be reborn in a happy place, and I have that craving that I mean, she can be reborn, even though I know that where she'll be reborn will depend very much on the karma. But on the other hand, I'm also thinking, oh, if she can be reborn in the so-called the Amitabha Pure Land, that would be. But at that time, my mom, she's unable to do any chanting. She's um, semi-conscious, and so they have this chanting group. So I'm just wondering, well, whether all this chanting group does it actually helps.
Not at all. You have to, the person has to do the chanting herself. Your mother has to do the chanting herself. This will calm her mind down. So it will ease her passing away. But still, what determines where she's gonna go is the good or the bad karma that she have accumulated. That's all.
Understand?
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Prajan.
So now you have the time to increase a lot of good karma. Keep the
Okay.
8 precepts, do a lot of meditation, then you are accumulating a lot of good karma.
Okay. Okay. For the next few days, I will keep the steps.
Okay, try it.
Okay, I'll try.
Take it day by day. Don't look ahead too far because you might become discouraged. Just take one step at a time.
Okay.
So it doesn't seem so hard or so impossible. If you look at the total length of time you have to keep the 8 precepts, you might say, "Oh, that's too much." But if you just say, just keep one day at a time. If you can do it today, then you should be able to do it tomorrow also.
Understand. Okay, I will do it one day at a time.
That's right. Okay, good luck to you.
Thank you, Prajan.
Next, Nita and Saket have been absent for a few weeks.
Namaste, Ajaan.
Namaste, Ajaan.
How's
Yes,
everything?
everything's well. My parents have moved 3 doors down from us. So we've been busy helping them settle, getting them to visit various doctors and make sure, everything's okay for their health side. And it's been a little hectic the last few weeks, Prajan. But I think Neeta and I are still trying to maintain a regular daily practice and also continue with the 6 hour challenge as well every week. So I think that's been happening. Yes.
Okay. Anything you like to ask?
I did have one question, Prajan. So many of the days I'm keeping 5 precepts instead of 8. And I was curious if, some days we keep 8 and then some days we keep 5. Is it that we are kind of regressing on the days that we keep 5 precepts, or I try to not only keep 5 precepts, but also, keep tabs on right speech. And, I try to be aware as much as possible through the day and so on. But I was just curious whether it means that we kind of slide back if you're doing the 5 precepts.
Well, it looks like that way. You keep it, then you practice more. You need more restraint.
Yes.
You need more mindfulness to do it. With the 5, it's easier. You don't have to be more mindful. You can. So, but sometimes when you're still on the path, you might have to go up and down, according to your strength, according to your situation. Some days it might not be possible to keep the 8, or hard or difficult. Some days it's easy, so you just have to evaluate and find out what kind of precept you should be keeping today, each day. But the main purpose of keeping the 8 precept is to reduce your dependence on sensual pleasure and
Yes.
force you to rely more on meditation pleasure. So if you keep the 8 precept but you don't have time to meditate, then it doesn't help you much. It's there to provide you with more time to do meditation, because you can no longer do any sensual activity. So you have to rely on mindfulness meditation to keep you happy.
Yes, Prajan, that makes sense.
So if you want to keep the precept, then you should couple it with your meditation practice, not just keeping the precept alone, which
Yeah.
doesn't help you much. Doesn't make much difference from the 5 precepts.
Yes, certainly, Prajan. And we plan to visit a monastery in India, in northern India. It's a Thai forest monastery. And we'll be there from the 20th to the 25th. So definitely that will also be a chance for me to keep the 8 precepts also continuously.
Yes, now usually when you go to the temple and stay there, you usually keep the 8 precepts.
Yes.
That's the minimum. If you are monks, then you have to keep the 227 precepts. Once you're in the temple or monastery, the goal is to develop spiritual happiness and try to give up sensual happiness. You cannot have them both. That's the problem. See? You cannot have your cake and eat it too.
Yes, yes, and I'm slowly coming to that realization that yeah, because when I'm on 5 precepts, it's easy to it's one can easily slip more and more into the enjoyment of sense pleasures. Yes.
Yeah. When you enjoy the sensual pleasure, you're moving backward. If you enjoy the spiritual pleasure, then you're moving forward.
Yes. Yeah.
The goal is to give up sensual pleasure completely. and rely only on spiritual pleasure. Because once you have spiritual pleasure, you can always have it with you. You can take it with you even after death. But with the sensual pleasure, once you die, you cannot take them with you. And you go empty-handed, you go hungry, so you can become a hungry ghost. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Anita, you have anything to say?
Yes, Prajan. I just wanted to clarify that I do 5 hours instead of 6 hours, and that's right now my limit. And maybe again I pick up on the
Yeah,
6.
do whatever you can. Better than not doing it at all.
Yes,
Even 1 hour, better than 0 hour.
yes. I make sure that every week I do 5 hours for sure.
The more the better. The longer hour you put in with your effort, then the stronger your mind will become. It's
Many
like
times,
running, jogging. The longer you run, the stronger your body will be.
yes, Prajan. But many times I feel like even if I'm meditating for many hours, the mind is agitated. The mind is not calm, and
Because you don't have mindfulness, you let the mind think too much. You should try to stop this thinking.
and to stop thinking I should chant.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I'm sleeping on my mindfulness to practice more.
yeah, you can try chanting, or you can try reciting the mantra, or you can use watching your breath. You can change them during
Yes.
this hours of challenge. Also, maybe sometimes you want to read Dhamma books. We don't want to read anything. We just want to use our mental resources to deal with our mental defilement. So we don't want to rely on other things, external things. Rely on your mindfulness and wisdom.
Mm. Another question related to the defilements, Prajan. So, like when we talk about karma, it's about karma is created by our physical actions and our speech, and it's also created by our mental thinking process also. Is it true? And then until the mind is purified, so the thoughts, if they are unwholesome, then the bad karma will keep creating.
Well, eventually your mindfulness will be quick enough to catch all the bad thoughts and stop the bad thought and only have the good thought coming up.
Mindfulness is the key.
I cannot hear you
I said
clearly.
mindfulness is the key. Is once I have mindfulness, I think the mind
That's,
will calm down, the thinking
that's
will
right. Once you calm down and when the mind start to think, you can see it clearly and you can catch it very quickly. So mindfulness is very important. Use mindfulness to still the mind first. And then after that, when the mind starts to think, then you can see clearly what the mind is thinking. If it's good thought, you can stop it. If it's bad thought, you can stop it. If it's good thought, you can leave it alone.
Sometimes the thoughts keep, like I can observe that the thoughts are not so wholesome, but I'm not able to control it. It just keeps on and on. Even though I can see that the mind is thinking unwholesome thoughts, but it just can't control. I can't control.
It means you don't have enough mindfulness to stop it yet. So you have to come back to a mantra or something to stop the mind.
I should not
Until you are able to stop any thought you like at any time. Good thought or bad thought, you should be able to stop them with mindfulness, with strong mindfulness or continuous mindfulness. Especially after you have jhana, then you have very strong mindfulness. So when the mind starts to think in the wrong way, you can stop it. But you might not be able to stop it permanently yet with mindfulness. You need to use wisdom to teach the mind that this kind of thought is harmful to the mind. Once the mind can see that they are being harmful, then the mind will not like to think about these things anymore. But first you don't have wisdom, so you have to rely on mindfulness first to stop your thoughts. But as soon as you're not mindful, your thought can come up again.
Yes, Raja. All this sounds so simple, but then when we try to practice, it becomes so difficult.
Okay, I cannot quite hear you. So
I was saying that, all this sounds so simple, and especially when you say it's like, yeah, we can do it. But when I start to practice it, it just becomes very difficult.
yes, the real thing is much harder to do.
Yes.
But you can you will be able to do it gradually. You'll be able to to advance in your practice. Just be patient and just be happy with what you can do now. Don't try to do more than what you can. Or try to push it a little bit, maybe every time extend your challenge another 10 minutes longer, another 20 minutes longer or something.
Yes, I can do that. Yes.
Okay.
I also think sometimes, Neeta, if I may say so, I think Neeta tries to solve thinking by thinking sometimes. Is it so, Neeta?
True.
Yeah, it's not possible yet because you don't know how to stop the thinking with thoughts. If you have wisdom, then you can. If you can think about food, then you can use the opposite thought. Think of the food in the toilet, for instance, instead of on the plate. When you think on the food in the toilet, then you won't get hungry anymore. If you think about the food on the plate, then you feel hungry, you want to eat because it's so inviting. But when you think of the food that come out into the toilet, then you don't want to eat any food for. This is using thought to stop thought, good thought to stop bad thoughts. See? Then if you have sexual desire, you have to think of the corpse, but the body as being a corpse, seeing the inside of the body, see the skeleton, see all the organs hidden beneath the skin. When you can see what's under the skin, then your sexual desire can disappear. This is what we call using wisdom, contemplation. But to contemplate on these unsavory subject is difficult when the mind is not calm yet. When the mind is not calm, the defilement will try to block, will not want you to contemplate on this unpleasant part of the body. So that's why you still have to come and start with mindfulness and get into jhana first. Once you have jhana, then your mind will be calm and your defilement will not try to block your contemplation, your wisdom contemplation. Then you have to contemplate until you can see it all the time, think about it all the time. Anytime you want to call it up, it will come up right away. As soon as you're hungry for some food, these unpleasant parts of the food will come up right away. So use mindfulness better for now. If you don't like the unpleasant thing, if you don't like to think about unpleasant thing, then it means your mind is not strong enough. Your defilement is blocking your contemplation.
I like to run away from, like, I think about these things, but then I get tired and sad. and then I want some sensual pleasures to just run away from these things.
That's right. You have to have jhana to keep you happy, firstly. Once you're happy, then you can look at the bad thing about sensual pleasure.
Mhm.
Okay.
Was
Anything
it
else?
possible? Like earlier, I used to feel like I used to get jhanas. I felt peace in my meditation, but recently it's not happening.
Because you don't have mindfulness, so you cannot meditate. You keep using thought, and most of the thought is not wisdom. It doesn't stop them. It doesn't calm the mind down.
Mm-hmm.
If it's wisdom thought, it will calm the mind down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you, Prajan.
Okay, you're welcome. Next, Karen. Hi, Karen. Where are you from?
Hello, Ajaan. Nice to meet you. I'm calling from London in the UK.
Is this your first time to join us?
It is my first time. I tend to listen to the recordings because I have my working hours during this time, but today is an exception. So I've been able to make it in person. But I would also like to apologize because I have to leave half an hour earlier.
Oh, it doesn't matter when you
Thank
leave
you.
anytime.
Thank you, Ajahn. I appreciate it very much. And I appreciate the community and all the questions that are asked with such generosity. It's very helpful
That's good.
to listen to.
You yourself, do you have any question today?
If I may, it's about being a good daughter. My mother is 90. She lives in my birth country, which is Germany. She doesn't have any relatives there. I live in the UK. I've been here for over 40 years. My mother is very well. She lives independently. I have been treated for cancer for the last 14 years, which makes relocating to Germany for medical reasons impossible. I have been trying to suggest to my mother that she may want to consider different living arrangements just for her own safekeeping in case my situation deteriorates and I can't offer her any help. She's very reluctant to do this. She wants to stay in her home, which I understand. But I catch resentment creeping in on my part because I feel, the mind says, you're making my life difficult. I have to worry about you, Mum. I have to not worry about myself, but I also have the task of making wise choices for the time that I have. And I spend a lot of time at Amaravati Monastery. I would like to apply for the winter retreat there for 3 months. And I know this would be very difficult for my mother because she relies on my almost daily calls to uplift her mind. So I just wonder sometimes whether looking after my own spiritual path could be selfish, could undermine being a good daughter.
Well, it depends on how much you spend time with her. If you can divide half of your time for her and half of your time for yourself, then I think this is still considered to be a good, good daughter practice. If you abandon her entirely, then that's not good.
Yes.
So maybe you can make some arrangement that sometimes you have to be away, and when you're not away, then you can keep constant contact with her.
Yes.
But if you feel bad, then maybe you want to sacrifice your own uh, your own quest and give the time to your mother first. It's up to you how you want to prioritize your time. Thinking about the Venerable Ananda, who served the Buddha over 20 years, and he didn't have any time for himself to go do his own practice. But after the Buddha passed away, the Buddha predicted before that after he passed away, Ananda will be able to practice only for 3 months and become fully enlightened. Because during the time he served the Buddha, he had one advantage. He could listen to all the Dhamma talk the Buddha gave to people. And if any time he didn't join the Dhamma talk, he asked the Buddha to talk to him later on after the Buddha came back. So he had a lot of information on how to do the right practice. So after the Buddha passed away, he didn't have full time to do his own practice. And 3 months is good enough for him to become fully enlightened.
Yes, I hear you. Thank you, Ajahn.
So sometimes you have to I don't know, just prioritize, I guess, which is more important. After all, she's only had a few more years to live anyway, right?
Well,
And you still have a lot more years for you.
well, I could live. I don't mean it flippantly. I could die before my mother. I'm conscious of all of those possibilities,
Uh,
and she is not willing to hear any of this. I understand it's very hard for her, but thank you. That has given me something to ponder and to think about. Thank you, Ajahn. I appreciate it.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Is that all? Okay, we'll go next to Kwan Liman. Hi, Kwan Liman.
And Ajahn, for the past few weeks, there's a family member who has critical heart attack and almost entered the door of death. And many times, many people will ask, the last thought will determine the future birth. But what I observe and realize is not possible. We cannot do only good things at the last moment. That is not possible. And at the last moment, is the mind is not conscious and it might not be able to think properly unless one has very strong mindfulness and have consistent practice before and the good karma to support that moment. Otherwise, the last thought cannot just appear to be good like that. Nanaja.
It's wishful thinking for people who's lazy to do the practice now and expect to do at the last time, at the last breath, and be able to achieve so much in just 1 second. That's not
Yes.
possible.
No, not possible. Because at that moment, when I see that family member, he start to hear things, see things, and a lot of things. So
That's
it's not
right.
possible.
Yeah, she lost her mindfulness. She lost her ability to control her mind.
Ajahn, not only the patient is exhausted and stressed, but I'm taking care of this brother, and I'm also feeling very tired physically and very exhausted. Ajahn, how do I maintain my own energy?
Well, you don't expect anything from what you do. Just do what you have to do, and then whatever the result, then let it be, let it happen. Sometimes you expect the good result to come from your effort, but sometimes it doesn't happen. So it makes you feel exhausted. Just do what you can, and whatever the result comes from that, you just accept that.
I don't expect much result, but sometimes the patient itself is difficult to take care because after the critical surgery, the lost part of the memory, and doctors say it will take times to recover. And so I have to put in a bit more effort to help him. And I myself feel very exhausted physically because I have to run up and down and do a lot of things.
Maybe because you're doing too much. You're doing more than what you can do.
Yes.
So maybe reduce what you do to be more on the level where you won't feel exhausted.
Yes. I think I have to do that. Yeah. Otherwise, I will end up getting sick too.
Yeah, hurting yourself, and that will make it even worse. There will be
Yes.
nobody to look after the patient. So you have to find a balance, we call the middle way. Not too
Yeah.
much and not too little.
Yeah. Yeah. But I really realized that it's not possible to only think good, do good at the last moment. It's not possible. We
No,
have to
it's not
really
possible.
practice mindfulness and strengthen our practice before the last moment comes.
Mhm. If we can just decide where we're gonna go in the last moment, then there's no need to do any practice right now.
Yes,
Just
yes.
wait, just wait for your last breath and say, I want to go to heaven. I want to go to Nibbana.
Yeah, correct.
Okay,
Yeah. Thank you, Tanjan.
you're welcome. Next, Yi Kun.
Yeah, questions for tonight.
Yes, what can I do for you?
I'm doing okay. Just trying to practice. Just that it's a bit hard to juggle my job and also my job, my Dharma work and also my practice. Cause I think it's a bit tiring for me. But I think hearing the discussion just now, it's maybe trying to balance my own life and trying to do what I can is important. So maybe I might to scale down my work a little bit, my Dharma work, so that I can conserve more energy for that. For my own practice, I mean.
That's good. You should always consider the practice is more important than anything else. Because what other thing will not help you when you pass away? It's only your practice that will help your spirit after you pass away from this world.
Hmm. Maybe if I can ask, so at first I thought that selfless giving was very important, so I really try to volunteer a lot and give give help to Dharma work, volunteering at centers and things like that. But maybe I realized that that got me tired sometimes because I am trying to juggle my own work and also weekend work with Dharma centers. So um, is it more important to have a good balance so that you can practice on your own, or is it more important to just give selflessly?
Um, Volunteer work or charity work is for people who cannot meditate yet. But for people who can meditate, then they can stop the volunteer and charity work. Let some other people do it. Then you can then concentrate on your effort to do the meditation practice. Because these two type of practices can what you call can interfere, disrupt. If you want to do volunteer work, you won't have the time to go meditate. See? But if you don't know how to meditate and you don't know what to do with your free time, then do volunteer work. But once you know how to meditate, then you want to use all your free time for meditation practice. Forget about the volunteer work.
Okay, understand it. Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay, you're welcome. Next, Ricardo. from Uruguay.
Hello, Tana-chan. Nice to see you and all the community. Thank you very much.
As the World Cup take over.
Yeah, there's a lot of football watchers around here, although our team last night didn't do very well, but all goes around the soccer games right now. Well, it's samsara, suffering, a lot of suffering.
Essential pleasure is suffering.
Yeah, right. Tana-chan, I don't have any question. I just would like to thank you and share that I'm reading this book that is called Milinda Paña.
Yes.
And the teachings of Nagasena to King Milinda, and it's really a very good book, although it's more intellectual than anything else, but as you tell...
It doesn't tell you how to practice.
Right. And I think
people
that's the best.
who doesn't like to practice, they find reading these books good for them. Give them the spiritual, the intellectual knowledge.
Yeah. But I think humbly that it's better to read this than to watch TV or whatever. So
that's true. That's true. But it's better to practice than to read this book.
True. That's true. That's true too. Yes.
So maybe I'm the only one who's trying to pull everybody to a practice. Everyone wants to go do something else.
Yeah.
Work or help other people and so forth. And when they want to do their own practice, they feel they become selfish. They feel guilty. Look at the Buddha. He left the palace, spent 6 years practicing for himself alone. He doesn't care what other people think or say. But after he became enlightened, look at what he did for other people for the next 45 years.
True. That's very true.
So you should, if you can practice, you should devote all your time for practice. So the more time you devote to all your practice, the quicker it will be your work. You can finish your work quicker. The Buddha took him only 6 years. Once he finished with his own work, then he can help other people for the rest of his life. So don't feel guilty anytime you go to meditate, anytime you go to a meditation retreat. You're trying to fix yourself first. You have mental problem. You want to cure this mental problem. Once you have done this, then you can go and help other people cure their mental problem.
Yes. True. Very true. Yes.
Okay. So anytime you feel guilty because you go to meditate, you go into a retreat, then it's your defilement trying to block you from going.
Yes.
Think of the Buddha every time.
Yes.
Sometimes we forgot the Buddha. We forgot how he did, how he practiced. How he left the palace in the middle of the night.
Yes.
He has to sneak away.
Yeah.
Because if he announces his departure, he won't be able to go. He'll be blocked. He'll be imprisoned.
Yeah. He was very brave.
Yeah.
As you said before, our spiritual path has no delay.
It's the most important. You should spend all your time for the spiritual practice. because your physical practice is temporarily. No matter how much you have achieved, in the end you'll have to give it all up when you die. No matter how well you look after your body, eventually your body will have to die anyway.
True, very true. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very
You're
much,
welcome.
Ajaan. Nice to see you.
Next, Philip from Malaysia.
Good evening, Ajaan. I'm just here to listen. Thank you for your teaching. I don't have any questions tonight.
Okay. Alvin, how about you?
Namaskar, Tanajan. Tanajan, if I may share my understanding of last moment. Or my understanding all the while is what I learned from Ada Bante. The explanation is basically all the flashes of your deeds coming back when you were about to die. So I recall the Bante said that if you do more good deeds, like a lot of good karma, so a lot of these flashes will appear compared to your bad deeds. I mean, the chances of your last thought would be a good deed thought is much higher if you do a lot of good karma, because a lot of all these flashes will come back during that time. Those are the explanation given to me. Just to share that.
Okay. We don't really know for sure what's going to happen before we die anyway. So don't rely on this information. It might not be true. And those who have experience, they cannot come back and tell us what happened. So it's all speculation.
Yeah, true.
So it's better, our goal is to keep the mind calm. If you have strong enough mindfulness when you die calmly, and no images or flashes will come up when you die. This I can guarantee you. If you can get into jhana, then nothing can appear in jhana when you die.
So when
This for people who could not practice jhana yet. That's when the mind can then do some, creativity, produce all sort of kind of thought or images. But it doesn't matter anyway what images they come up with.
And yeah, so basically, Tanajan, you still do not have control, even though you've done a lot of good deeds, right? And but I'm sure everyone will have done some bad deeds in their life as well. If you do not have the mindfulness and you're not in jhana, you still don't have control of all these thoughts, right?
Just like when you go to sleep, you dream. Sometimes you have good dreams and bad dreams. When you go to sleep, you don't have mindfulness to stop this mental mental activities.
Yes, Tanajan, you said your bad dreams are basically your bad karma, right? In the good
Yes,
dreams.
driven or created by your bad karma. Good dreams are driven or created by your good karma. So maybe this is what happened before a person dies. All the good and the bad dreams might come up in quick succession.
But like what you say, Tanajan, if you are mindful, then you can control all this, right? I mean,
That's right.
calm and you can
When
go into
you can get the mind to jhana, it means you have it strong enough mindfulness to stop the mental activity.
Yeah. That's the most, I think, that's the most
I
important.
think this is what we should aim at rather than waiting for the last moment and let things happen. We can control our thoughts, we can control our mental activities. If we do it now,
Leave it to chance, which we shouldn't, right? I mean, if we can control, it's better for us to do it now, control it.
the karma is the best mind, really.
Sorry, karma is the best.
No, a calm mind.
Calm mind, okay.
Is the best mind to have. Okay.
Okay, Ajahn. Very clear. Thank
Next,
you.
Casimiras from Latvia, right? Or Estonia?
From Lithuania. Yes,
Lithuania. Sorry.
it's okay. It's nice to see you. Nice to hear the topics of the people. And yeah, now I'm in India in some nunnery place. So I have like a good possibility of meditation and practices. And I have some questions. I would like to ask about eyes. When you meditate, what's the difference between closed eyes and open eyes? And maybe you can recommend which one is more better or it doesn't matter.
I think closed eyes is better because then there will be no distraction. If you open your eyes, you can still see images. Sometimes these images can interfere or distract your concentration.
Mm.
So it's close your eyes. And if you have too many noises, then you might have to use an earplug to prevent the noises to come into your ear because they can distract your concentration.
Then second question will be about, I will try to explain about, it starts from mindfulness that, for example, I'm trying to stay mindful in all actions and everything. And it's also connected with maybe, how to say, like emotions and feelings. For example, when I meditate longer, I feel my body get hurt, and sometimes maybe I have some not so pleasant after effect, which it's maybe a little bit could lower me down or something. I feel so. Maybe you have advice, or it's sometimes how to push yourself for longer meditations, or it's better just to stay more in pleasant and short periods of meditations.
Well, the result of your practice depend on your mindfulness. If you have a strong mindfulness, the practice, your mind can become calm and peaceful. If you don't have mindfulness, your mind can be restless and agitated. So if your mind, when you're not mindful, your mind is restless and agitated, you'll find it very difficult to meditate for a long time. And after you stop, you might have the effects that you just mentioned after meditation. But if you have strong, good mindfulness, your meditation can be calm and peaceful. Then you won't feel any side effect after you come out from your meditation. So it depends on your mindfulness. The more continuous your mindfulness is, and the easier for you to calm the mind down. The less mindfulness, then it will be easier for the mind to become restless and agitated, frustrated. So try to do a lot of mindfulness practice before you meditate. You can be mindful from the time you get up. Keep watching your body. Stay with your body all the time. And don't think about other things. Just think only about what the body is doing or about to do. And stay with the body all day long as much as possible. Then when you meditate, then your mind will become peace, calm real easily. And then you'll find that you can sit for a long time without having any problem with your body after you come out of your meditation. So it's always the mindfulness, this which is the most important thing, which people tend to ignore. People think they can meditate without having any mindfulness beforehand. They think they can start meditation by just doing it, and they find it difficult to get into any result. because they don't have enough mindfulness to keep the mind calm. So you have to try to develop as much as mindfulness as possible, which you can do, but you need to be alone to do this effectively. If you have to work, you have to deal with people, then you have to use thinking. But if you're alone by yourself, then you don't have to think too much. The goal is to stop thinking as much as possible. Because the thinking is the one that creates restlessness and agitation. And cravings. Once this thing happens, it creates a lot of stress in your mind. Okay.
Yeah, I want a little bit also about this question. So, if I meditate and feel pain, are it's not keeping me away from like some how to say like mind like these goals, or it's or I can just ignore it, the pain.
But the problem is you cannot ignore it because you don't have enough mindfulness. See? If you have enough mindfulness, the pain arises and it can be ignored. It will not disturb the mind. So if you cannot remain undisturbed by the pain, then you have to use mantra maybe to help you increase more mindfulness. Don't pay attention to the pain. Pay attention to the mantra instead. Focus on the mantra. Bhutto, 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 bhutto. Forget about the pain, ignore the pain. Then eventually the pain will not bother the mind.
And there is no other way, like to meditate in shorter periods, be mindful, and for example, when doing writing, concentrate the body or eating, like by achieve by mindfulness and more like how to say easier and more be pleasant than just push myself through the pain. Or it's just pain, it's what's truly everybody needs to go through.
Yes, you need to have mindfulness to be able to overcome the pain. Without mindfulness, you get stuck there. Every time you run into pain, you cannot go forward. You want to stop meditating. You want to get away from the pain. So you'll get stuck there. You won't go anywhere. If you don't have enough mindfulness, then you will not be able to go across this pain. So
Yeah, I mean, it's like how you think this path is always leading through the pain, or it's possible to find a different kind of how to say meditation routine that you don't need to um go through the pain, like or it's
uh,
always if you want to achieve it, you need to go through the pain.
the pain is part of your life. No pain, no gain. And we have to go past that pain because this will make us uh, not not being afraid of pain once we know how to deal with the pain. See? And every time we get sick and we have some physical pain, it will not make us feel bad because we know how to deal with the pain. So only mindfulness can help you. And for a starter, first you have to use mindfulness to stop your aversion for the pain. The problem is not the pain. The problem is your aversion, your hatred of the pain. You don't want it. You want it to go away, and this is creating a lot of anxiety and trauma in the mind. Yeah. It's not the physical pain that's the problem. It's your aversion for the physical pain that's creating mental pain. So you have to stop this aversion by using mindfulness. Focus on something. If you can focus on the breath, just stay with the breath. If you can imagine something and stay with what you imagine, like maybe a crystal ball or something.
Okay, thank you. And the last short question, are you still meditating?
You used to what? Meditating?
Are you, Ajaan, are you still meditating? Are you doing practices or you don't need to practice anymore?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know myself whether I'm practicing or not. As long as you can control your mind, that's all you need. If you can control your mind, then you don't need to do anything. If you can control your kilesa, your defilement, then you don't need to do anything. It's your defilement that's causing all the problems. Once you can control or get rid of your defilement, then there's nothing else to do. No need to do anything because the mind will remain in peace all the time.
Okay, thank you, Ajaan.
Okay, you're welcome. Next, Dr. Pial and Indira. Are you practicing medicine or meditation or both?
Practicing very hard,
Both.
Tanaja.
But yeah, trying both. Practicing still, yes, in the
Of course.
patience. That's also.
Oh, you mean that? I thought meditation.
Yeah,
Practicing.
both. Yeah.
If you still have defilement, then you have to meditate. You have to
Yes.
practice meditation.
Yes. I really used that yesterday because I ate something for lunch and I had a bad indigestion and so much pain. So I practiced what you said and it really, really worked. So I was very happy about myself.
Okay, you have any comment on what we said today, Dr. Pial?
Yeah, I think the question of this last thought and rebirth came up twice, I think, during the discussion. So I think basically there are two sutras in Majjhima Nikaya MN 135, 136. First one is called Chulakama Vibhanga Sutta. That is the explanation or analysis of the small disclosure of the analysis of the karma. The second one is Mahakama, which is the greater disclosure of the analysis of karma. So first one, I will briefly say the first one is, for example, he gives some basic rules. If you keep, for example, if you keep hurting or like killing animals or for example, first precept you are not keeping, you die, you will be reborn in a lower realm. If there is a chance of you have chance of some previous karma, you become a human, you will have a short life. So that's rule. But Buddha didn't want to leave it at as a rule. So he wanted to talk about exceptions to the rule. So he brought in the second sutta called Mahakama Vibhanga Sutta. This is back to back, these suttas. In this one, it's very interesting. It talks about four different people. One is the person who is doing very good and will be born in a good plane, which is understood. Second one is doing very good, but will be born in a bad destination. The third one is person who is doing very bad will be born in a bad destination, which is understood. The fourth one is person who is doing very bad will be born in a good destination. I think this is where all everyone want to get into this category. Don't want to do any work and have a last thought. So he talks about the last at the time of death. This some sort of good karma will pop up, and this is why I think this last thought business became very popular because he wants to not give the rules as a chulakama. He wants to show some exceptions to these rules. So this is where the people latch on to, okay, I can do anything bad, and then last minute I might get a good thought, I'm okay. So I mean, the chances are, if you keep doing bad, like a probability law, the bad thoughts will come up. Maybe there is exception, maybe, but Buddha didn't want to leave that out. That's why he gave that sutra, the Mahakama Vibhanga Sutra. I think that's my explanation for this confusion.
Okay. Thank you.
Is it clear, or did I confuse people?
I don't know. I don't think it matters really.
Okay.
You have to find out yourself at the time
That's
of
true,
death.
Ajahn.
I will listen to it again then.
You have to prove yourself. You know.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes.
So I think better to do good. I mean, the
Always.
chance of
Because
you don't want to take a chance,
yeah,
right?
also Tanajan, think about it. Like if you keep doing bad, always thinking bad, how can a good thought pop up? Like very, very remote.
Yeah, there is a probability. I think there's a chance, very small, I believe, but he can't. He didn't want to leave that out, right? I mean, that's what he wanted to complete the whole analysis. So he wants to add that to. But people latch on to that, like thinking this is the easy way out, right? Okay, it's okay. I do anything. The last minute, I'll get a good thought. No, it doesn't happen that way.
Tanajan, I have a question. Just to clarify something, we always, like, we have a group of very good friends. We meditate on our own, but once a month we get together and we do meditation together. And then Pial does a sutra, little discussion, question and answer, things
topic,
like that
yeah.
topic. So, you know what, like everybody works hard, like everybody does their bit, everything. But, you know, one person, like last time after everything, he said, what's the point of all this,
Complicated stuff.
the complicated
Don't
stuff?
need to meditate,
No
just
need
do
to
good.
meditate, just be good, do good. That's my way. So, I mean, the thing is, Buddha said in Sabba Papa Sakranam Kusala Super Sampada Sachita Pariyotapara Etam Buddhanusasana. So, do good, be good, but still you have to
train your mind.
Train your mind too, right?
Because most people they do good. They I mean, most religions even teach you to do good and
but you have to go
avoid
beyond
bad.
that,
But
right?
the training one's mind is the key. I guess that is unique to Buddha's teaching to keep that happening, right?
So how do you tell a person like that? They don't understand. So you just leave them alone?
Oh no, see, if you do good karma, you're born in a good state. If you do bad karma, you're born in a bad state.
Yes.
If you meditate, you go to Nibbana. See, that's
Exactly. Exactly.
So,
Simple
stop
as that.
rebirth. Purification of the mind is to stop rebirth.
Exactly. Yes. I guess some people don't want to work at that. They just want to,
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, that's their
way of thinking.
The Buddha gave us three choices: go to a good state, a bad state, or go to Nibbana. It's
That's
up to you.
Yeah. But who wants to not go to Nibbana if you can, right? I mean, you want to work at it and somehow do that.
But the price is too high to pay, maybe.
I guess so. Yes. But then you never know. You go to a good place, again, you can go to a bad place. Chances are there. So
unless
it depends on the situation you're
unless you're a stream
coming
mentor.
across.
Yeah.
I think you're okay.
But then to be a stream mentor, again, you have to work hard. You can't just become a stream mentor. So
The work has to be done.
Thank you, Ajahn. I just wanted to know.
There are no shortcuts. In other words, I think some people want shortcuts.
Yes. People want to have good stuff but pay for a very small price.
Yeah. They have the I would say that they eat have the cake and eat the cake at the same time. You can't.
Okay, thank you for
Thank
your
you.
input.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Thank you.
Teruan Saranani.
Next, Suyan Czech and Vancouver.
Greetings, Ajahn.
Greetings, Ajahn.
How are you?
Very good. Thank
Very
you.
good. Not bad.
Anything you want to ask?
I have a questions about parami. Like if one person or if us like if we go against our kilesa, like are we developing like parami or
Yes, the paramis are the antidote to the defilement. See, you develop loving kindness to stop your hatred. If you're loving and kind, you don't hate anybody. If you
So
if you practice dana, you're stopping your attachment to your own wealth. If you keep the sila, the precept, you're abstaining, you're stopping your evil actions toward other beings. So these are all antidotes or tools to get rid of your defilements.
oh, so parami is the antidote. So it's the same. Like if we go against like our kilesa, meaning we are kind of like cultivate developing.
Our goal is to get rid of the kilesa, see? Because it's the kilesa that's creating suffering for the mind and lead the mind to endless round of rebirth. So you have to stop these three kilesa, greed, hate, and delusion, by the practice of the 10 parami, or the Noble Eightfold Path, or the practice of morality, meditation, charity. They are all the same thing. They are all antidote. They are the tools to get rid of the defilement that's causing the mind to be sick. The mind is like a sick person. And the medicine to kill the mind is this, the Noble Eightfold Path, or the triple training. They are all the same. They are all medicine.
Mm.
Once you take the medicine, then the virus or the germs that causing the pain will then be killed. They will be eliminated from the body, from the mind, and the mind become healed, become peaceful and happy. Okay. Anything else?
Um, no.
Why so
So
quiet?
I was telling myself that I have to take medicine for a long time.
It depends on how much you take. If you take a lot, then it doesn't take long. The Buddha said you can do it in 7 days, 7 months, or 7 years. It depends on how much medicine you take. If you take a lot, you can do it in 7 days. You have to give up your family and go live as a monk, and then you can do it in 7 days.
That's taking a lot. Yeah, okay. Another question is that during like meditation, of course, like we observe our breath, but lately at the same time, I'm also telling myself to think of the breath because
What's the difference with observing the breath and thinking of the breath?
it's different. Because like if I observe the breath, then my mind come up with like drift apart like to other thoughts.
So you need some thought to keep it concentrated.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
okay. Maybe you can repeat in, out once.
Yeah.
When you breathe in, you say in. When you breathe out, you say out.
Yeah, I
But
did.
be careful, you don't go think about other things. Because once you start to think, then the defilement can sneak in and talk to you and say, let's go think about something else.
Yes, yes. That's why I keep telling myself to think about the breath, like the object.
Yeah, just think about the object. It's okay.
Yeah, rather than thinking of something else, then go back to breath.
Just stay with the breath, in and out, in and out. That's all you have to do. Then your mind can become concentrated, become one, and then it can become calm and peaceful.
Mm.
Okay, I hope you get there soon.
Hope so. Thank you.
How many years now you've been talking to me?
Improving.
Okay. Well, you check anything?
Like I like the dream one better. The like about the discussion on the last thought, but of course I have to prove it for myself. But uh, but theory-wise, I like the dream one. I think the dream one is the dying is like dreaming is the one that I
Yeah,
believe
dying
in.
is like going to sleep.
Like going to sleep, yeah, that's the one that I believe in. Because I think there are people that like they have a human, let's say they have a human body, but they already have a animal mind. So it's not really a last thought, but
It's
it's
already
already
there. Yeah, it's already
yeah,
an
already
animal.
there.
You
Yeah.
cannot change it in the last thought. Say, I don't want to be an animal. I want to be an
Yeah.
angel.
Yeah. It's
Because this
there.
thing is not created by thought, they're created by action. What you did.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
did bad, you become animals, and you become devil. If you did good, you become angels. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can see it's already there in the
In your
person, like
mind. Yeah.
yeah, everyone, yeah.
Like the mind of the Buddha is already in Nibbana before he
Mm,
died for
yeah,
45 years. His mind is
yeah,
in Nibbana, his mind is a Buddha, but his body is still the same.
yeah.
The prince. See, the body don't change when you practice. It's the mind that change when you practice. Okay, good enough?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you,
Thank you, Dajan.
Ajahn.
You're welcome.
Uh,
Next, Ahmed. Hi, Ahmed. Yeah, first time visitor, I think. Can you unmute your microphone yet? Okay, go ahead, speak.
Hi, Ajahn. I've listened to your talks on YouTube. And so, first of all, thank you very much for uh, answering all the questions and providing this great knowledge of Buddha's uh, complicated teaching to everybody on internet. Uh, so, I have few questions related to meditation and mindfulness. I practice both in my daily life. One of the question I have for mindfulness is uh, I want you to clear my understanding about mindfulness. So what I understand is uh, when a normal person is when normal person is doing his daily chore work uh, and something strikes from past event, unpleasant event, something, a thought comes, the person gets involved into the thinking and loses his attention from the work that he's doing, and he looks like he stopped from the work if some third person is seeing him, whereas the person who is actually doing meditation and he he who understood the dhamma, he will in the same situation when some past thought comes into his mind, some unpleasant event, so in that time he will be aware, he will see as a that thinking process has started, and he will not get disturbed, he will continue to focus his work, but he will be aware that some thought is running in the background, and he will continue to work whatever he's doing, and automatically he will see that the thought is subsided. Is
Yes.
this correct?
Yes, just pay attention to the work that you do and ignore the thought that come and go.
So, but he's aware of the thought, the thinking process started.
You don't have to worry about, don't pay attention to the thought. Pay attention to the work that you do with the body.
Okay.
This mindfulness
Okay.
of body.
And
Is try to keep your mind in one place, not running around. If you go with your thought, then the thought can lead your mind running around all over the place.
right. And if the person is very advanced in meditation, uh, will he be getting such thoughts, or what he will be doing in this situation?
You have to wait and see.
Okay.
Okay. But just pay attention to your body when you're working, doing things, when you're moving around. But when you're not, when you're sitting, then you can use the breath instead.
Okay.
Is to prevent the mind from thinking by forcing it to pay attention to only one thing.
Okay.
Okay.
And one more question. In meditation, if a person is deeply absorbed, is it possible to is it possible that his breath is working? I mean, he's able to feel his breath if person is deeply observed into the meditation or jhana?
Well, eventually, when the mind becomes still, then the breath also disappears from the awareness, and all that is left is just the knowing.
Okay.
But this thing you should do it and experience it for yourself better. Talking about it doesn't make any good for you, because you'll be just imagining, not seeing the real thing.
Okay.
Okay, just be mindful, that's all. And the mindfulness will lead you to whatever that you wanted to know.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
By the way,
thank you.
where are you from?
I'm from India.
Okay. This is your first time joining us?
Yes, first time.
Okay, good. Hope you succeed in your meditation practice.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, come again.
Hope you succeed in your meditation practice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing good, I can say. I get enough time to practice daily meditation and mindfulness throughout the day. So I mean, I get enough time. I mean, I have completely taken care of financial responsibility and other things. So I have enough time to do practices, so I can take care of meditation and spiritual practices. So yeah, and I have listened to almost your all videos.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I hope they are useful to you.
Yeah, I mean, I had so many misunderstanding, but the way you explained and your examples has cleared out so many misunderstanding, and it's way much more easy to understand now and practice.
Okay, good. Hope you keep practicing. Don't stop.
Yeah. Sure.
Until
Thank
you
you.
can master, you can control your mind completely.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Next, Dan Da Silva. Hi, Dan. Also, first time joining us.
Hi, Ajaan. It's my first time. It's very happy to talk with you.
Good. What can I do for you?
So I hear some sutta, Mahanama Sutta is someone ask Buddha the city in the old India have a lot elephant and that person is afraid to be crushed by elephants and no have sati in that moment. And Buddha say, don't be afraid, Mahanama, because if you save merits and parami in interior life, no matter if you don't have sati, you be reborn in a good destiny. So I just want to see if it mean it's more important that to save it than what having the moment of the death. I just want to see if is that meaning.
Can you repeat the question again?
I see one sutta, Mahanama Sutta. Someone is afraid to not have sati in the moment of the death and ask Buddha, and Buddha said, don't worry, it's more important if the paramis you've been saved in all your life. And I want to just see your opinion about this.
Well, sati is also a part of the pyramid. So you cannot lose it once you have developed it. See? So there's no reason why you should be afraid of losing something that you have already developed in your mind.
Oh, okay.
Okay, understand?
Yes, shall I have sati?
When you have sati, you won't lose it. See? But you have to maintain it if you want to keep it for long. If you don't maintain it, then it can lose, gradually lose and gone from your mind also.
Oh.
But generally, once you know how to develop sati, you want to keep doing it because you find it beneficial for your mind. It keeps your mind calm and peaceful and happy.
Oh, thank you, Ajahn.
Okay, you're welcome. Next, Belinda from Singapore. Yes, anything? Any question?
Ajahn, I have questions, but I don't know how to ask.
Well, think about it. Then, when you're ready, let me know later.
Thank you.
Okay. Next, Mechi Yiling.
Good evening, Tan Ajahn.
Yes, what I can do for you.
Tan Ajahn, last week you asked me to eat less and then also to stay away from people and practice more. I realize if I increase the intensity of my practice, I will get irritated and frustrated easily. I think that's some kind of dissatisfaction.
That's because you don't have enough strength to do the practice yet. So you get a lot of resistance from your defilement to make you feel irritated. So you need to do more mindfulness first. Mindfulness is the most important tool to start with. Try to keep being mindful
I
all
will
day
replay
long.
later. Okay,
And when you have if you have strong mindfulness, then when you meditate, you can become calm very quickly.
Okay. I just realized the frustration increased.
Yeah, that's because you don't have enough mindfulness to stop it. See? If you have lots of mindfulness, then this thing won't come up. How do you practice mindfulness? Do you know how to practice mindfulness when you're not meditating?
If it's very fast, if my thinking is very fast, I'll use Budo. If it's become quiet, like after I do Budo, I sit, I meditate. If it become quiet and then the thoughts is slow, then I just leave it.
Okay, that's good. But when you're not meditating, do you still keep mindfulness with you?
I usually talk. Uh, I will end up chatting if there's a lot of people.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. See, when you're not meditating, you also don't practice mindfulness. So then it will be easy for your defilement to come up, and create a lot of problem for you. So you have to maintain mindfulness all the time and try to stay away from people, because when you start talking to people, you lose your mindfulness.
I realize if there are a lot of people and then they start talking and they are very friendly, and if I try to do my work and I don't join, actually people don't bother me, but my suffering will build up. Like it's very suffering less if I don't join.
I don't know, you have to choose between having friends and having advancement in your meditation practice. If you want to have company, then you will not be able to do the meditation. If you want to have peace from your meditation, then you have to give up your company, give up your friends.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
If you're alone, then you can practice mindfulness all the time. See, but when you deal with people, you have to think, and then you lose your mindfulness.
Understand, Tan Ajahn.
Okay. Is that all the question you have tonight?
I realize when I'm not practicing is when I talk, and also usually after I practice, if I lie down to rest or use the phone, then that is the time um, my desire will come up.
Then you have to use mindfulness to stop it. Start reciting Bhutto, Bhutto. When you realize that your defilement start to work again.
Okay. I do not use wisdom and just Buddha for the defilements.
Well, if you know how to use wisdom, then you can use wisdom. If you don't know, then you just use mindfulness.
Okay, sometimes it's very strong. I don't think it works because sometimes I will get very sorrowful and out of control.
Well, you either use mindfulness or wisdom. The only way to bring your mind back under your control.
Okay. So far, I also don't know how to say, but I guess maybe I'll just keep working on it and see whether it will reduce or not.
Yes, I think right now you should concentrate on mindfulness. Mindfulness is a good tool to you for starting your meditation practice.
Okay.
All right.
All
Good
right,
luck
Tan
to
Ajahn.
you. Good luck to you.
Yeah,
Next,
thank you very much.
Anura from New Zealand. You wake up for your new day now, or you going back to sleep later?
Good evening, so I will go back to sleep later. So the last few weeks, I tried to wake up, but I couldn't because it's earlier, 1 hour earlier than before. So today I could set an alarm, but still I didn't hear the alarm. So anyway, I managed to wake up, and then computer start giving me trouble. So I'm sorry. Can you hear me clearly? Or?
Yes, perfectly.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Good to see you, Tangajan. I don't have any question, but just one comment. So I listened to Ajahn Kruba, Ajahn Tate, one of the Dhamma talks. He was talking about we clever people think about the world always. So the practice is to become a foolish person. So I thought that was a good way to explain the practice. So that means stop thinking, be a foolish person. So that's lot easier to meditate. If you look at that way, yeah.
People don't understand or appreciate the benefit from meditation.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you don't think, then we can easy to meditate. So if you are not thinking, then we are acting as a foolish person. So that's a better way to practice. So
That's
stop
good.
thinking. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's good. Just a
Okay.
comment.
Be a foolish person.
Yeah. I want to be
but a
foolish.
happy person. A happy
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Foolish but happy.
Yes. Yes. So my meditation is okay, Tangajan. Now I think I'm more, I can catch my klesha. So when it's happening, so if I have defilement coming up, I realize now it's a defilement. So
Then you
like,
stop it.
yeah. So I think that's a good. I'm happy with what I've been doing so far. Yeah. Thanks
Okay.
for all the teachings. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'll go to Dash
Thank you.
now. Hi, Dash.
Hello, Ajaan.
Yes, what can I do for you?
So I have 3 questions. So in the Thai forest tradition and Theravada, uh, is there the Buddha path to become a Buddha, or is it mainly just enlightenment?
Well, the goal is to go to Nibbana. And you can
Mm.
go 2 ways, as a Buddha or as a noble disciple. As a Buddha, it's very difficult. You need to have special ability to be able to become enlightened by yourself on your own. But once you have the Buddha to show you the way, then it will be easier for those who wants to go to Nibbana through the teaching of the Buddha. So they become noble disciples. But the goal is the same goal. Nibbana is the same for either the Buddha or for the noble disciple. There's no difference.
Okay. And so I recently got a temple, like a home temple shrine for my practice, but I wonder, since it's a material kind of a thing, is that kind of an affliction for me getting it?
It can be a drag to your practice. So it's better not to have anything physically if possible. Because once you have something you have to look after or worry about it. So it's better not to have any possession at all if it's possible.
But if I have this possession without attachment to it, or while knowing the impermanence of it, then is it okay? Or
Well, you have to find out for yourself.
yeah,
Because what you say might not be what's happening inside you. You say you're not attached, but you still might worry about it.
yeah, that's probably true.
Mhm. Okay, so we don't want any possession because possession are hindrance to our advancement in the spiritual path.
Hmm. But for home shrines to kind of create daily ritual is like the
It's
intention.
it's not good. It's not good as being mindful. Mindful is
Mm.
better than being mindfulness is better than anything else. The
Okay,
Buddha said mindfulness is the most important dhamma to develop, to have. He
okay,
never said have a shrine, have a amulet, have a Buddha image. These things are not important. They don't support your meditation practice. It's your mindfulness that's the one that will support your meditation practice.
okay. So I've already bought the shrine, so
Give it to charity, give it to whoever wants it.
okay.
Then you have one thing less to worry about, to look after.
Is it not possible to still cultivate that mindfulness with the shrine.
What do you do with the shrines? You have to carry it with you all day long then.
I mainly bought it for the intention to use it for daily ritual, like making offerings and bowing before the Buddha.
You can do it without the shrine. It's your physical action. It's your action that counts, not the shrine or anything, any other trappings.
Okay.
All right. Next
And
question.
so, just a general question. Is me staying in the meat causing other people who might want to join the meet to be not able to get in because they're waiting?
It depends on the time that we have. If we have enough time and there are people waiting, well, they can come in. But
Okay.
sometimes, like today, we don't have anybody waiting right now, I think, and we still have have about almost 20 minutes, 15 minutes left. So
Okay.
don't worry about the time. It just depends on who come first or come
Okay.
last. If this
Okay.
time you come last, next time you come first. The team will try to arrange the order of coming in. For those who come last this time, the chance that when you come, you'll be in the first row in the next time. If you're
Yeah.
first today, you might be last. Like Samantha, I think she came first for a couple of times. Now she's almost last. So don't worry about the time, the seat. Just just ask your question if you have any question.
Okay.
Is that all the question you have today?
Yes. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome. Next, Samantha. I think you're the last person today.
Okay. Yeah, I just had a question about the mental state when you go to meditate. Uh, if your mental state is not experiencing like the pure meditative like bliss in the moment of meditation, um, is that something that I guess should you just sit and meditate with the hopes that your mental state will change by the end of the meditation, even if your mental state it's a bit painful to sit with it?
Yes,
Or
it depends on your ability to maintain mindfulness.
okay.
Normally, our mental state can go up or down depending on some conditions. Sometimes we see things, hear things that are good, we have good mental states. Sometimes we see or hear things that is bad, we have bad mental states. But if we meditate, then we can eradicate all this from the mind with mindfulness. So the goal with mindfulness practice is to bring the mind to a good mental state, to a peace and calm mental state.
And when it comes to like perceptions, right? How is it that a perception can change so drastically just based on your mental state? For example, you could, you know, in a poor mental state, you could, think one way, and then once your mental state's good, the same thing you were thinking before could completely switch. So it's almost like your own thoughts and your own perceptions just aren't trustworthy because they're just absolutely just change. They can change that quickly. Is that typical? Maybe it's just me, but I don't. Is that an opportunity to learn something?
Yes, your mental state depends is the product of your thoughts. See? When you think of good things, you get good mental states. You think about bad things, it can give you bad mental states. So the goal is to teach the mind to think about good things, and then it will create good mental state. And try to stop thinking about the bad thing, bad thoughts, because bad thought can create bad mental states like anger, for instance, or hatred. This can cause your mind to have bad mental states. Think of love, loving kindness, compassion, for instance. This will give you a good mental state.
Okay. And does the Thai forest tradition, do they ordain like nuns in the tradition or no?
Well, nuns, that is not part of the Thai Theravada tradition, but for women who wants to practice meditation like monks, they cannot be ordained as a monk, so they have to be ordained as a nun or the eighth preceptor. Shave the head and wear the white robe instead of the yellow robe. But you can still do the same practice as the monk do. You can still meditate, keep the precepts.
Is that like a lifelong commitment when they do that, or is that more just like
It's up to
temporary?
you. Some people do it temporarily, some people do it a lifelong commitment. There's no what you call contract, no force. It's voluntary. The length of time you want to become an ordained person, either a monk or a nun. We are not forced to do it our life. If we feel we want to quit anytime, we can quit.
I guess I just worry that, um, that's just something I'm considering. There's like a monastery in California that does Thai forest, Abagiri Monastery.
Yeah,
Maybe you,
yes. Northern
uh,
California.
yeah, I think they do train nuns there, if I'm not mistaken. Um, but I guess something I was concerned about is um, you know, I'm quite young, so if I were to do it, ideally it would be a long-term commitment. And I just worry down the line, not, having, working a career, not having working skills and, stuff like that. If, something were to happen to the monastery or the Sangha or something like that, and I was out on my own, not having done that when I was younger, would that put me in a bad situation later? So I guess it's kind of thoughts about the future, um, kind of arising from it. And I just don't know if that's really skillful to really go into the thoughts and think about it and plan, um, or what to do about that.
I guess you have to play it by ear. Don't worry too much about the future because you don't know exactly what the future will be. You might become enlightened before that, before anything happens. And once you become enlightened, you don't have to rely on anything at all, even your body. If you cannot support your body, you're willing to give up your body.
Wouldn't you still have to worry about, basic needs? Like, even if you are enlightened, don't you still have to worry about
You
having
don't
food?
worry. You just you get what you can. If you cannot get, then you just let the body expire.
There's no fear of pain or anything.
No pain, no fear of
If
pain, no
it,
fear of death, no fear of homelessness, no fear of financial loss or anything. The mind is constantly happy all the time. The mind can exist without the body. Let's put it that way.
is it possible to get into that state of mind even before enlightenment, or it has to be the permanent switch? Like, for example, you have stream
Yes,
energy,
you,
all those.
the jhana state is the temporary type of happiness for the mind, and nibbana is a permanent state of happiness for the mind. First, you get to the temporary state of happiness by using mindfulness practice, meditate, and get into the jhana. Once you have the jhana, then you want to then change the jhana into nibbana.
if I stay, would you ever consider writing me a recommendation letter for the monastery?
No, I don't do that thing at all for anybody. Yeah, because my name doesn't matter so much. I don't have any position. See, in Thailand, you have to be an abbot or somebody like that to have the authority to write a letter to recommend, or else it doesn't matter.
Oh, I thought you would be pretty famous here for the.
Famous doesn't mean you have the authority.
Okay. So
Don't worry, just worry about your meditation. Worry about getting enlightened. That's better. Once you become enlightened, then you don't have to worry about anything anymore. Even if you should die, if you should get sick, or if you have no support whatsoever. But once you become enlightened, you'll be known, and there'll be lots of supporters waiting to help you, getting all the things that you need.
So don't worry too much about.
Yeah.
I just know that I know that here in the US it's not Buddhism is not as popular. So sometimes I wonder like if the monastery in like 20, 30 years will it still have the support it needs, because,
Once you become
with this.
enlightened, all this thing will be no problem to you. I guarantee you. You can handle anything, take anything.
Okay.
So concentrate on your practice and become enlightened. Then everything will fall into place. Like the Buddha, when he practiced, he didn't worry about what's going to happen to him. He only concentrated on becoming enlightened. When he became enlightened, then when he started teaching, then everybody realized that how important he was. So everybody wants to protect him, support him. So if you become enlightened, you can teach people the way to become enlightened. And once people realize that how how useful you are to them, then they will want to support you.
Okay. Well,
So
thank
don't
you.
worry about anything. Just worry about your practice. Can you keep on practicing right now? Concentrate on your meditation practice. First, get to the jhana. Then next, after you have the jhanas, then you turn the jhana into nibbana.
Okay.
All
Thank you. I
right.
appreciate Yeah, thank
Okay.
you.
All right. I think anybody else? Okay, that's all the people we have. So we'll go to the question sent in by email now. Hi, Bon.
ครับกราบหลวงพ่อครับ There are 5 questions this evening and the first 2 questions are from the email. First questions from Jacob, Germany. When I've read Lung Ta's books, I felt that the practice had to be strict and had to put up a good fight, such as enduring pain. I sometimes believe that this style doesn't suit my temperament. Am I right that my character doesn't fit this strict practice style, or is it just my kilesas?
Well, maybe it's because you haven't yet started to practice. So when you hear about this thing, you find it very, very hard for you to do. But once you start to do the practice and you start to develop your mind, and your mind can become stronger, then you'll find it's not so hard at all. So don't worry about what Nota said. Sometimes he mentioned this as on an advanced level, not for beginner level. For beginner level, just to keep the 8 precepts and to do meditation practice is good enough.
Second question from Sarasi, Switzerland. In daily life, what is the best way to develop wise thoughts according to the Dharma, especially when interacting with others in both joyful and difficult moments?
Well, normally we have to use the 4 Brahma Vihara, Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Ubekha, depending on the situation. Sometimes you use Metta, sometimes you use compassion, Sometimes you use mudita, sometimes you use ubekha. These are all good wholesome thoughts to have in your mind.
Third question from George Lim. Dear Ajahn, is the mind, citta, and knowing elements are the same things?
Yes, it is the same thing.
The fourth question from Nanapat. Mayท่านอาจารย์ kindly explain more about death. I often contemplate death as the disconnection between the mind and the four elements of the body.
Yes, death is the cessation of the body. The body stops functioning. That's all. Like a car that no longer works, The body is just like a car, while the mind is like a driver of the car. So when the car doesn't work anymore, then the driver just ditch the car and go look for a new car.
And last question from Olina. How can we judge our practice goes in the right direction if one's mind able to lessen cravings and reactivity using mindfulness or rationality, less attachment as one can see it is a burden to the mind? Is this considered good practice?
Well, I think you should look at how the mind is, whether it's happier or not happier. That's the gauge of your practice. If you become more happy all the time, then you're going in the right direction.
That's all the questions.
Okay. That's all the time we have for tonight then. Thank you for your company. I hope this meeting is useful and can help you advance in your practice. In the meantime, please be safe, be mindful all the time, and keep on practicing. And if all goes well, I'll see you at the same time next week. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, Ajahn. Thank you, Amin. Good night.
Bye, everyone. See you next week.